A real Emirati guy was walking by and he saw me. He was like, no, 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 no. This is not how you do it. And then he actually offered to do it himself. I love it. Shukran, shukran. And this is how you do it. Welcome to Abu Dhabi.
How do you say that in Arabic?
It's pronounced Abu Dhabi. It's very close.
Something that we've noticed here in Abu Dhabi is that it really seems to be a culture of excellence. Everything is the best, the cleanest, the most pristine, the most effort put towards. No expenses are spared here. I would say Abu Dhabi is probably one of the cleanest places that I've ever visited. Even the public restrooms are perfectly clean. Everywhere just has this nice kind of faint smell of like a perfume or a cologne.
The roads are so clean and the traffic laws are strict and all drivers really abide by the rules. It's a very organized culture, very organized city, very beautiful, very swanky. It's probably one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
My Weather Channel app says that it's like 93, 94 degrees, but the feels like temperature was 113 a little earlier today, and it's about 108 now. This is not the kind of heat that you can sit in the shade and feel relief from. It's still hot in the shade. Even if there's a little bit of a breeze, it's still hot.
Our plan here in Abu Dhabi is to see all of the highlights. We are particularly interested in Qasr al-Watan, Grand Mosque of Sheikh Zayed, and the Emirates Palace, Mandarin Oriental.
I'm also really excited about going up into the Conrad Hotel because there's supposed to be an observation deck, and I bet we'll have a great view.
I'm excited.
Me too.
This structure behind us is called the Founders Memorial, built to commemorate the founding father of the UAE. It's one of the landmarks of Abu Dhabi. The whole thing is designed that as you are walking around it, you can sort of slowly see his face, the founding father's face, be portrayed by the design of those dangling objects.
You can see an outline of his nose, kind of in the front. And the founding father was born in 1918, and this memorial was inaugurated in 2018, which was, of course, the 100th anniversary of his birthday.
The founding father's name is Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan.
I like the hand gesture you're starting to
Bin
do.
Sultan Al Nahyan.
Little known fact, he's Italian.
This beautiful building behind us is Qasr al-Watan, and arguably it's one of the most ornate palaces in the world.
This is the location for the offices of the president, vice president, and crown prince. Imagine being able to call this your workplace.
Qasr al-Watan is one of the main things to see in Abu Dhabi. From the outside, it looks grand with huge wide domes. It looks like it just came out of Aladdin or something.
The outside facade of the palace is white granite and limestone, and that white is supposed to signify peace and purity.
Qasr al-Watan in Arabic means the palace of the homeland or the palace of the nation. It was built in 2017. Initially, its main purpose was to just host foreign dignitaries, but in 2019, it was open to the public. So now us tourists can come and see it. Once you enter, you see a giant room, and it's called the Grand Hall. And that room has a giant dome. I believe the dome is 121 feet in diameter, which is very impressive.
And I love how they used gold, white, and blue. I read that gold represents the desert, the sand of the desert, which makes sense, certainly. And then the blue represents the ocean, and white represents the clouds of the sky.
And ocean plays a role in their history as far as the long history of fishing.
A lot of the tiny stonework or tiny tiles are mosaics, actually. So if you walk close up, you can see all of these super intricate designs of various sizes of marble, stone.
This is totally random, but I have to say this. So I just went into the bathroom, and I have to say this. This is the cleanest public bathroom I've ever been into. I've never seen anything like it. Of course, I can't take the camera inside, but wow.
I would have to agree, the women's restroom is just as nice. The restrooms are just as elaborate and intricately decorated as the Great Hall itself.
The Grand Hall has an east wing and a west wing. The east wing has a library. The library has a nice collection of books, and of course, it's extremely ornate. On the west wing, there is a section where you see a display of all of the gifts that the UAE has received from foreign countries. Also, you see this grand meeting room that the government of the UAE uses to meet. It's a giant room, extremely ornate, amazing carpet, and the chandelier in that room is huge. It's unbelievable.
I can't imagine how they must have had to hang that chandelier. I mean, I guess you'd need a crane.
The sheer amount of crystals, it would take truckloads of crystals to make all these chandeliers, yet alone hang them. Oh, I think I found one imperfection.
What?
There's like a light bulb up there that needs to be replaced.
And I see one over there.
Do you see the flicker?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. In the midst of all of the ornateness of this place, there is a touch of modern art with those cubic mirror-shaped objects that have weird mirror angles. So it creates a lot of unusual reflections. Very interesting. We're inside one of the fanciest hotels in the world. This is the Emirates Palace Mandarin Oriental.
It's a big name for a big palace. In this palace, there are 1,002 chandeliers and 200 fountains.
Once you enter through the main doors, you see this giant atrium inside with this amazing dome. It's a huge dome. We actually tried to go inside one of the courtyards, and then the person at the door said it's for guests only. So I don't know how he assumed that we are not guests, but okay, you know, whatever.
Is it that obvious that we're not staying here? It's an incredibly fancy hotel.
We're trying to look up how much it costs to stay in this hotel overnight.
I'm asking ChatGPT. You know what? At least the least expensive room is not as bad as I expected.
Oh.
The deluxe garden view king room costs about $502 per night.
Okay.
However, the ultra luxury royal suite is a little bit pricier at about $23,860 per night.
You can buy a car with that.
Yeah.
All the restaurants in this hotel are extremely fancy. A lot of famous people came here, including a lot of US presidents. I've seen pictures of Obama, Clinton, and Bush Sr. I can see why. I mean, this is definitely like a landmark kind of a hotel slash palace.
They have bees here at the palace, and they get honey from the bees and coat the meat in it as part of the, I think it was the dry aging process. We got a little bit of a tour of the restaurant. It was pretty nice.
This is the 74th floor of the Conrad Hotel. I feel so high up. You can see all of the other points of interest in Abu Dhabi from a high vantage point. It's one of the highest points in Abu Dhabi, perhaps the only observation deck that is accessible to tourists.
Still a great view even on a hazy day.
You can see Qasr al-Watan behind me and the Emirates Palace Mandarin Oriental over here. And over there, that hotel, it's called Rixos. It kind of looks like Atlantis. And of course, all of the other skyscrapers in Abu Dhabi. And you can come up and have drinks and food, sandwiches. It is awesome. And it hits just the spot if you do it midday. It gives you a break from the heat and the exhaustion. Oh, it says in Arabic. Manarat al-Ru'ya min Kultumaya. I don't know what, maybe 300 meters.
Oh, I bet.
300 meters, yeah.
I bet.
So it says observation deck at 300. So it's probably 300 meters.
Genius. Context clues.
We're in a place called Grand Emirates Market. It's a big shopping center, but it's not touristy. It's kind of like the Walmart of Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, more local.
And the prices here are great because it's not like tourist prices. I always wanted this, so I'm buying a traditional like Arabic dress for a man with the whole head cover and everything. I really never wore this before. I always wanted to do that.
We've been to lots of aquariums, but this one was different because there were so many more species than I've ever seen under one roof. Look at both of those sharks. Their teeth are huge. They definitely put a lot of work into making the habitats. It really felt like, in some ways that we were in the animals' habitat, not vice versa.
I'm a big fan of the design of all of the displays and how artistic it is and so well put together. My favorite thing was the beetle. It's essentially fish swimming inside a car.
I've never seen an exhibit like that where there's actual fish inside of a car. That's really cool.
And this exhibit tells the story about something that's very unique to the culture of the UAE. Centuries ago, the UAE depended on fishing and also pearl diving. Of course, diving in a primitive way, there's no oxygen tanks or anything, so all they had is just a nose clip, and they would essentially free dive off of wooden boats and try to go deep to find pearls. I think that's fascinating.
They do a lot of conservation here. We even got kind of a behind-the-scenes tour. We also saw shark eggs. When the shark eggs hatch, they're kept in smaller tanks, and then once they get, I think it was 30 centimeters, they are released into the ocean.
They are called Arabian carpet sharks. That was my favorite part of the tour, is just looking at those tiny sharks and knowing that they are gonna probably grow to be much bigger.
Little Nemo fish. He's so cute. I named him Nemo because he looks like the little Nemo fish from the movie Finding Nemo.
In Abu Dhabi, there is a museum that's called the Louvre, named like the Louvre Museum in Paris. This one is built with a very interesting architectural style in the middle of the water. It has this very unique metal dome. I believe it's one of the largest, if not the largest, metal dome ever built in the world. The unfortunate thing is today's Monday and this museum is closed on Monday. We were only lucky enough to see it from the outside and enjoy the very unique, amazing architecture in that area. We visited the Grand Mosque of Sheikh Zayed. It was a very unique experience. We chose to visit it at night to see how it's lit at night. There were some restrictions on wardrobe, so guys can't wear shorts.
Women have to cover their hair. As you can see, I'm wearing a scarf to cover my hair completely. You want to make sure to have your arms covered all the way to the wrists and then your legs covered all the way to the ankles.
They don't allow vlogging inside the mosque. They let you have cameras and stuff, but if they see that you have a microphone or if they see you talking to a camera, they don't allow that. And there's a lot of security, and they'll say something to you if you're breaking any of the rules. The mosque itself was beautiful. It has this white, very bright design on the outside. It kind of looks like Taj Mahal when you're approaching it. Especially during the daytime, that white shines and it reflects all the sun. At night, then you see all of the colors. The way it's lit is very fascinating. There are parts of the mosque that are mind-blowingly beautiful. There was one area that had this huge carpet. It is actually the biggest hand-woven carpet, one piece in the world. And in that area of the mosque, there are 3 giant chandeliers. The middle one of the 3 weighs 11 tons. It's huge. The mosque itself is big enough to accommodate 7,000 people praying. And I'm talking about it now because I couldn't talk about it during being there because they don't allow vlogging. In conclusion of very awesome couple of days that we spent here in Abu Dhabi. We're actually walking on Corniche area, which is a boardwalk that extends on a beach.
The sun is not beating down on us for once, so it's really enjoyable walking at night here.
And we just have to say that we have had a blast here in Abu Dhabi.
Next time we come, we'll be sure that it's winter, so it's at least a little bit cooler.